Alright guys, welcome back. And if you remember in the last video, this thing at Cummins is just annihilating the clutches in this thing. Stock clutch, stock replacement, I don't really know. It came in that dually flatbed when we bought it. I thought I could limp it by. I could not have been more wrong. Boost controller unplugged, minimum boost, quarter throttle, she just zips right through the clutch. So we're gonna put a clutch in it so we can go drive it and see what it actually does when it can hook up. Before we even go and tear the clutch out of this thing, we'll look at the clutch I have, make sure everything's in here, make sure everything looks good. So what I ordered is a Valair. It's a single disc, it's their 13-inch upgrade. I had this exact same one in my last 12 valve. I loved it, I never had an issue. My 2017 has their organic quiet dual disc. I love their clutches. Never had a bad experience with them. So, not sponsored, but I do love their clutches. They work really well. So let's open this thing up, make sure everything looks good. I've had this clutch for a few months. All right, so we got on the tool with a new throwout bearing. New hardware, sweet. So this should be, ooh, look at that thing. Yep, and there's the rest of the hardware. So this actually, because it's the 13-inch upgrade, it comes with a new flywheel. So flywheel, clutch disc, and pressure plate, all in one. Damn, that is really nice. They make really nice clutches. All right, well, everything looks good. I'm glad. New hardware is awesome too. So now it'll just be the fun of tearing the trans out of this thing and getting this one in. Shouldn't be terrible. Okay, well, this is interesting. This is the flywheel that came out, obviously. And first off, that pilot bearing or bushing is non-existent. Like, that is bad. Luckily, the input shaft isn't terrible. It just needs a little bit of cleanup. It's a little rough, but it's not grooved or anything, so we'll be okay there. Got lucky. But this is actually, it's definitely not the stock clutch, because these trucks came with a 12-inch stock clutch, and this is the 13-inch conversion that you can see here. Single disc. So, but this is a 13-inch clutch. So here's the clutch that came out, and it's a puck style, which I really wasn't expecting to see, because it's not a solid disc like what I'm putting in, but it's an organic. It's not like a ceramic or anything. But yeah, I don't really know what kind of clutch this was. Looking it up, it's like an IAT clutch, but it definitely isn't working out. And you can see the pressure plate here has some nice heat cracks in it. So yeah, it's definitely not great. You can kind of see how rusty it is too, which the throwout bearing is also very rusty and crunchy. I don't know how between this and the throwout bearing it wasn't making noise, or I guess Cummins life can't hear it. But this is what's coming out, and we're putting this really nice piece in from Valair. So nice Nice bearing, not crunchy garbage. And then a full 13-inch organic clutch. This should hold all the power. This thing should hold more power than what this truck will make. So I think it's rated for 400 or 450 horse. I don't know. I think this thing's gonna be making about 350 max. So let's get this thing in there. It's a way beefier pressure plate too on the Valair than on what came out. Really don't know much about that thing. Tried to Google it, couldn't really find it, so I'm guessing they don't make it anymore. All right, guys. So the last thing you saw was that old clutch, and I got the new clutch in, and I've driven it. It's on low power. It's only making 20 pounds because I had to break the clutch in. So that's been the last 3 days. I've driven it to work. I've driven it everywhere on 20 pounds, and no slip. Everything's good, but it's broken in. So you have not ridden in it since it made any boost at all.
No, it was no boost.
So I've driven it a lot, but you weren't here. So now we're going to go drive it, and I would like to make 35 pounds. I don't know what it's going to make. I think I set the boost controller to 70%.
Jesus.
That's what, I don't know, the internet said 50 to 70, so I went on the high side. So we'll see. I don't know, but we're all going to see what 35 pounds in this thing feels like. 20 was good at first, and now it feels kind of lame.
Please do not blow it up.
It's not going to blow up.
Have you met you?
Yeah, well, it's a Cummins. But if it makes more than 35, we don't have a laptop, we'll just unplug the boost controller, and then it'll go back to 20. We know it's good on 20. So let's go for a ride and see what this thing does. That's more than 20.
Keep it off the road, preferably.
That's 40. So we'll just have to drive a little carefully.
I don't know if you're capable of that. You don't really have self-control.
And we could grab the laptop. I mean, we don't need to beat on it. We just want to see.
Again,
What?
you have no self-control. I don't know how you think you're going to pull that off.
You want to go get the laptop?
No. Sounds so good.
It's like on a hair trigger. Like it got to 35 and then it started to go to 36. I lifted a little. It dropped to like 25.
Wow.
It is so responsive, like on the throttle with the boost.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It just looks like effortlessly.
Definitely seems like it.
It sounds really good.
I feel like it feels like the struck. Like, struggle to get it.
I know. It really is exactly what I wanted this truck to be. Like, I don't know how it turned out exactly like I wanted it to be. It is so good. Like, driving it to work today, it's so good.
Had to finally settle on what you wanted. Remember when you thought it was going to be a 5.0 automatic?
Then it went to a 505 speed two-wheel drive, and then it
I
went
don't know how you thought you could handle an automatic. Crazy.
It's a little peppier right now than it was on 20 pounds. It's really nice on 20, but it's really nice right now. It just cruises so nice.
It really does. Like, this truck has always been comfortable, but like, it was a bit more like a hay wagon before, and the steering was awful.
The steering was downright.
It was so bad.
It was downright dangerous at the end. It just got worse and worse, and then it was. I mean, you couldn't really steer it at the end. It would bind up under the motor and get stuck. Like,
yeah, it was worse one direction than the other. Yeah, now it's very, very comfortable.
feel that? Perfect third gear downshift.
That was pretty impressive.
It is deceivingly quick. Like,
Oh yeah, I haven't even looking now.
yeah. That was what, probably 20 mile an hour faster you thought we were going?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it just, I found it on the way to work this morning. I kept creeping over the speed limit, not trying. It's so easy to drive.
I can't believe how smooth it is. Like,
My only complaint is the rear shocks need a little more rebound damping. It's just got
bucks a little.
it's got a little pop to it on the bigger stuff. It's just a little too cushy in the rear. But
I mean,
it's
being an engineer, like a ride engineer. Like, that's being
I want it perfect.
picky.
Yeah,
What?
truck. That's pretty cool.
There's a lot of cool stuff along this route. I mean, it's a pretty ride.
Yeah, that's the turbo.
When you get out of it, that little truck,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm just amazed at how smooth it rides. Like,
Everything. I mean, look how easy it is to drive. Like, we're going probably faster than we should be in a lifted Cummins on
that is
37s.
a very good point.
Like, but this thing has 37s under it.
Just cruising down the road like it's our 17. Like, probably rides better.
It's got pretty good brakes.
That exhaust brake too.
Yeah, the exhaust brake is phenomenal.
It's nice because it matches our 17. Like,
I know.
to have to drive a diesel, like stick diesel without it, like that would be difficult.
It's funny, I drove the 17 and it's on a delay so you can
Yeah.
make your shifts and stuff. And I was literally counting one Mississippi. Like what is your delay so I could put it in here? And I just picked 1 second delay and it works perfect.
That's smart. I didn't know like you'd be able to control that.
Yeah, so the exhaust brake comes on less than 2% throttle, above I think 850 RPM. And there's a 1 second delay. So when you lift, you can get on and off and it won't just immediately come on and off. And you can make your gear changes up and down without it coming on and off. Like
That is awesome.
the drivability is flawless. You never have to turn it on or off.
It's amazing that you're able to control that, just like the OEM. It's
I
like,
did it through the Holly. And then I have it set up that when the when the intake air temp is less than 60 degrees and the coolant temp is less than 100, it'll automatically engage it 15 seconds after startup. So you start it kind of settles, and then it'll kick the exhaust brake on to warm up.
so
I did find out 60 degrees intake air is probably a little more. Like, you don't really need heat when it's 60. I'm probably going to drop that to like 50.
yeah.
But it works flawless. And it's all just set up through the Holly.
That's awesome about how you can do it.
Yeah. I
But you're
mean,
really like, it's set up like an OEM truck. Like,
there's no like weirdness about this. You just get in and drive it. And it has an automatic exhaust brake. Like, You're not flipping it on and off when you need it or not. Like, it just works. And it's it's controlling the suspension too. I have not gone in and looked to see, because I haven't calibrated that wheel speed sensor.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
It is so nice. I can't wait to do trips with it. Like, then they have it back again. Like, it is just a fun truck to cruise. Like,
It's so comfortable now and it's so easy to drive. I loved it before, but it just wasn't a good driver. Now it's an amazing driver.
who knew? Just put a 12 valve in it.
I mean,
we kind of did.
12 valve swap everything.
That was the plan for the 51, but it wasn't fit.
Yeah, now I'm cutting it up too
Why
bad.
didn't we do that on this first? Just money.
Yeah, I didn't want to buy a Cummins. And I thought with a Hemi, I thought I'd be pretty happy. And I just wasn't. And part of it too, like, when I started getting, like, wanting this thing to be able to tow, I was like, well, now I'm towing a turbo gas. And, like, those Hemis are just kind of fragile. And it's like, what I wanted out of this thing evolved. Like, I wanted it to be able to tow, but I didn't. I was like, I don't know how much I'll tow.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I need a tow rig.
But we also don't have a second truck anymore.
Yeah,
This is the second truck.
the tow rig now. It's a little harder to float up right now because it makes more power. So it like it
Overshoot.
Well, it holds you in gear. Like you can't get out of gear until you're off the power. And I'm lifting, but like I'm lifting and the boost is still going up.
It sounds so good. I can't get over it.
It just made 30 pounds at 1600 and like half throttle.
You are flying. Might want to tug it down a little bit.
It doesn't feel fast.
It gets up there so quick.
And it's just smooth.
It is very, very smooth, like, in every way.
That was a pretty successful test drive.
I would say so.
Is it better than it was 3 days ago?
For sure.
It's actually pretty good, right?
It's better than it's ever been. Like, it's amazing. Like, it's really what this truck is meant to be. Like,
Just cruise is so nice. We
For
gotta get that
sure.
boost controller dialed in and the cruise, but it's just like little stuff. So yeah, that's what we'll work on next time. But we'll get it. You're gonna have to drive it to do the boost controller, so that'll probably be the first time you drive it.
yeah.
But yeah, I am super happy. 6 months was a long time, and it was totally worth it. That was a lot of nights and weekends.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm happy to actually just drive it, and I'm really happy to have it be better than what I thought it could be. Like, it's really good.
It is really, really good.
Let's go
You
eat
did a good job.
Thank you. Let's go eat some dinner.